my dear students, and welcome to our class. I am Dr. Ritu Saha, Associate Professor, Department of Microbiology, Bosundhara Addin Medical College. Today we are going to discuss about one important member of Enterobacteriaceae family, that is Escherichia coli. In previous class, we are discuss about Enterobacteriaceae group, their definition, common properties and classifications. Now, Escherichia coli. Escherichia coli was named by Escherichia, wide group of bacteria on basis of biotyping and serotyping, produce infection in humans and animals. Detection of Escherichia coli in water indicates water contamination. Morphology of Escherichia coli. Morphology, they are gram-negative straight rods, diameter 1 to 3 micrometers, appear in single or in pairs. They are motile by peritrichous flagella. A very few strains are non-motile. They are non-spore forming and non-acid fast. A small proportion of Escherichia coli strains are pathogenic. Antigenic structure. There are three antigen: somatic or O antigen, flagellar or H antigen, and capsular or K antigen. Virulence factor of Escherichia coli. Two types of virulence factors of Escherichia coli are present. They are surface antigens and toxins. The somatic lipopolysaccharide surface O antigen has endotoxic activity and protects from phagocytosis and bactericidal effects of complement. Fimbria or pili are also promote virulence. Now, toxins. This is very important for your examinations, the toxins of Escherichia coli. They are exotoxin in nature. There are two types of toxin, that are heat stable toxin and heat labile toxin. It is produced by enterotoxigenic E. coli. Another toxin, that is hemolysin, and some strains can produce verotoxin, that means they are toxic to verocell line. E. coli produce hemolysin enterotoxins are cause diarrhea. Enterotoxin that are produced by enterotoxigenic Escherichia coli causes a movement of water and ion from the tissue to bowel, resulting in watery diarrhea. Both enterotoxins have two subunits, alpha subunit and beta subunit. Alpha subunit indicates active portion and it has one subunit, and beta subunit is composed of 5 structural units, that is binding site, and beta subunit have enzymatic activity. Enterotoxin, heat labile toxin. Heat labile toxins have high molecular weight and highly immunogenic. It is heat labile. It binds to specific GM1 ganglioside on epithelial cells of the small intestine and transfer ADP ribose from NAD to GTP. That means it causes ADP ribosylation. Then it stimulates adenyl cyclase to increase production of cyclic AMP. Increased cyclic AMP alters the activity of sodium and chloride transporter, producing an ion imbalance that results in fluid transport into the bowel and cause watery diarrhea. Heat stable toxin. It is heat stable, poorly immunogenic and have low molecular weight. They are plasmid encoded toxin. They activate cellular guanyl cyclase and increase production of cyclic GMP within epithelial cell. It in turn regulates ion transporter and cause watery diarrhea. Some E. coli strains can produce verocytotoxin that cause cytotoxicity to vero cells, that means monkey kidney cells, and acts as Shigella dysentery toxin. They are produced by entero-invasive Escherichia coli. Now we are going to discuss about Escherichia coli infections. Escherichia coli cause wide range of infection, that is meningitis, gastroenteritis, wound infection, peritonitis, etc. Neonatal meningitis. It is the leading cause of neonatal meningitis and septicemia with a high mortality rate. Usually it is caused by strains with the K1 capsular antigen. Urinary tract infection. E. coli is the most common cause of urinary tract infection and kidney infection in humans. Usually it originates in large intestine. They are able to adhere to the epithelial cells of urinary tract. Gastroenteritis. There are several strains of E. coli that are diarrheogenic. Diarrheogenic E. coli are very important for your examination. Different type of diarrheogenic E. coli are enteropathogenic E. coli, that mean EPEC, enterotoxigenic E. coli, that mean ETEC, enteroinvasive E. coli, that mean AIEC, and enterohemorrhagic E. coli, that means EHEC. There are another type of diarrheogenic E. coli, that is enteroaggregative E. coli. Other infections that may caused by Escherichia coli are pyogenic infection, intra-abdominal infection, peritonitis, abscess, septicemia, and produce drug-induced infection. Some E. coli strains are very much drug resistant, so it is a major concern for our healthcare system. My dear students, thank you for your patience hearing. In next class, we will discuss about the diarrheogenic E. coli in details.